Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR. It feels damn good to be in studio. I feel like it's been so long since we've sat on our traditional podcast couch in person like this. Last week was all at PAX East.
I don't mind the hotel thing.
No,
that worked.
I mean, that was fun, but
I'm down for that.
This is our stomping grounds, man. This is the studio. This is this is where the magic happens.
No one you can take the studio on the road. Like, because that was the first time I think we took everything.
No, I think I feel like we took everything one time to Combat Waffle.
We did. Just not. Oh, no, we did, yeah.
Because that's when we got the mics.
4 shirts,
the other mics, too, yeah.
Yep. So I forgot about that. So, again, even proving the point.
I mean, yeah, we brought the whole studio minus table. We had 4 mics.
Someone's always got a table, dude.
4 boom arms.
And an outlet.
Or not boom arms, 4 mic stands, the tripod, the camera.
Plug it into the lamppost.
All the cords, the laptop. We had the whole studio with us at PAX East. That was crazy.
Yeah, man. If they made a handstand for the Sures, I'd take them as the reporter mics. Be pretty gangster.
I've seen people on videos hand holding a Shure.
Yeah.
Without it.
But dude, how else are you going to do it? Put it on a little like selfie stick, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Shure mic. Thing's a log.
It's funny. The new trend these days too is the tiny mics.
Yeah. With the outdoor,
pretty much a lav mic they're using.
Yeah.
But they're just, using it like a handheld mic.
They audio the shit out of that. Or process the shit out of it.
Or you gotta be upping the gain on that. Like
there's no microphone that sounds as good as, I'd say the top 10 best ones that you see doing that with because their sound quality is too damn good.
Mm-hmm.
But
nothing beats our. I'm biased.
I love our That's why I said if there was a way to like use it as a reporter mic, I would.
And last week, well, even every time we tried to use other mics, you're always like, it doesn't have that Shure bass. And I'm like, stop holding every other mic to that standard. Nothing's hitting that nice Shure. I mean, I'm sure Samson and Dan from Let's Talk Oculus, who we did a collab podcast with last week, dropped on both of our feeds.
That was mad cool.
I think that was their first time using a Shure SM7B, and they both got to do it together in person. So that must have been a nice treat for them.
I give it 90 days. They're each owning one.
You think so?
Yeah. Why wouldn't? I mean, at the end of the day, why wouldn't you?
It's such a good mic.
It's a hit of an investment, but it's well worth every penny. And let's be honest, one of our Shures is 4 years old.
No, the ones we're using now are both 4 years old.
Yeah. And I don't feel like it's deteriorated.
No, this is our
quality
OG. I'm still eyeing that next Rodecaster.
This thing has traveled, bro.
Because we got the Rodecaster Pro 2. I still want that Rodecaster video one, the newest one. But we got to get our studio upgrade done. That's going to be kicking off soon. I'm so excited to get that project all done. But we have a stacked week ahead of us of news. And before we kick it off, I do have to say, man, you finished Ghost Town.
Whipped through that bad boy.
I still have a little bit to go. Unfortunately, I got some, what I would say is convention cooties. Felt a little ill after PAX East, unfortunately.
I'm proud of myself. Because I really, when if you drink a little and you, and we walked in the fucking rain. Mm-hmm. So I just assumed.
Yeah, I got hit.
Oh, yeah.
I got hit pretty good.
I asked you last night, I'm like, we doing this shit remote?
Yeah, I was like, no.
I was gaming with you and I'm like, I don't want what you have, man. That cough just doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I got hit pretty
kind of stingy.
But it took away from my Ghost Town time and my VR time for the first half of the week.
Yeah. No, I couldn't stop playing Ghost Town. I knew last week. I was like, I'm going to be done with this in like an hour. I can feel it. I could hear bones.
I think even last week before PAX, you were like, dude, I'm like one session away.
Yeah. I dragged it out as long as I could. So I didn't have to finish, but there's reason to go back. Collect those magazine or news, the magazine covers. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch I didn't get.
I like that after you beat it, I don't have it unlocked yet. it tells me I need to beat the game first, but they have the select chapter.
Yeah.
So
You can go and play any section you want.
That's going to be essential for magazine hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to play
having to do the whole thing and hope to God you didn't screw up.
Yeah.
No.
Great story, though. Great
Dude,
puzzles.
Man, as it was playing, it was in my head, and when I finished it, and I'm like really like soaking in that music, and I'm like, wow, not only did they crush it with great gameplay, awesome, some of the best puzzles I've ever played, non-repetitive, really great story, 100% game of the year right now. Like if you put, I don't know what the hell you could put it against to nudge it.
The best story-based puzzle adventure game since Red Matter.
Fucking Unity graphics.
I Expect You to Die in its own category.
Unity, dude.
Yeah, Unity can have good graphics.
It can, but it rarely blows I rarely look at Unity graphics and my tail wags.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, it's usually the opposite. It's, I know what to expect. It's rare when you see Unity graphics and then it's that.
I think that there's
tight.
a lot of games that have had great graphics that you would never have known run Unity. Unity, you can have a lot of good graphics, but I do get what you mean. There's a lot of jank too.
Okay, that could be the case, but I'm saying visually, like
No,
you're
the
putting
graphics
this
are
up there
amazing.
with Red Matter. Yeah, it's like
The graphics are amazing.
they're the rarest standouts of graphics.
I don't think they hold a candle to Red Matter's graphics. Red Matter's graphics still, because as I've gotten through the game, there's a lot of environmental
Red Matter
stuff.
too, amazing. Dude.
Yeah, but in terms of story-based puzzle games, yeah.
Yeah, right now as it stands, it gets my vote. So I'm anxious to see who's gonna be able to knock it out of place by the end of the year.
Your vote for
Game of the year.
Oh, okay.
It fits so many freaking categories though, and that's what bothers me. Is it's like it is to me a Game of the Year contender. It's a puzzle Game of the Year contender.
Wait till all Shell Games needs to do is come out with I Expect You to Die 5 out of nowhere.
4.
I'm sorry. I Expect You to Die 4. Getting ahead of myself.
4 comes the second we finish, or 5 comes the minute we finish 4 and start complaining. But and it's funny you say that because I was like, oh my God. The only thing that could probably beat it right now that I know
would be a new I Expect You to Die.
Would be a new Expect You to Die because it's going to come out of the gate working well, looking good. It's going to have a great freaking story.
Great soundtrack.
But I'd love to see that battle, but that's up to Shell Games.
And I say that this is the best story-based puzzle game since Red Matter because I kind of consider I Expect You to Die its own thing. They're more like escape room levels.
They're a franchise.
You know what I mean?
Like James Bond.
Red Matter and Ghost Town is like you walk from area to area. It's much more like open, whereas I Expect You to Die is like escape room levels.
Well,
like you're stationary.
And you will die and I Expect You to Die.
Yeah.
You will not die in
both puzzle
Ghost
games.
Town.
There is a story to I Expect You to Die, but again, I keep I Expect You to Die in its own little category. Like we haven't had a good story-based puzzle game like this, like I said, since Red Matter.
No, and I mean, those who have finished it, they know. They there's,
I need to get through it. Shit. Zip.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a spoiler, but, just say like, I won't say it just because you'll no doubt finish it probably tomorrow.
I'm probably like a session away at this point.
Yeah.
I feel so close.
And it sucks because it actually is a big deal.
Without having finished it, I haven't liked Adam since the beginning, so I'm excited.
Adam's
to see.
a scumbag.
I'm excited to see the cherry
that I will
on
say.
His story. I felt that way since the opening, so that's not a spoiler.
If that dude right now where you are in the game came to you with a big bag of money and said, I'm sorry, it still doesn't make it right. Nah, fuck that. That dude, that is a rotten human being.
It's her brother.
Doesn't matter. Oh,
we'll talk more after.
You just wait, my friend.
Yeah.
You just I want to hit that kid so bad, dude. You have no idea.
Huge props to the developers.
All this is because of him.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole. Well, you wouldn't have a Ghost Town without Adams.
That's all right.
But, great game from the developers. They absolutely crushed it. I'm so excited to finish it off. And then also, before we get to news, I do have to shout out, and this is an incredibly biased one. Surviving Mars Pioneer has been nonstop with updates for an early access game. There's been like 5 updates the last week, which is insane pace. It's almost
Are they
daily.
fixing broken shit?
bug fixes, yeah. Responding
That's
to user
good.
feedback. A lot of it's responding to user feedback. So if you've been enjoying Surviving Mars Pioneer, you can hop in the Flat to VR Studios Discord and drop your, bug fix or bug reports or anything like that.
I haven't had any.
And then we also have a feed bear
Not
where
a
you
while.
can do bug reports there as well too. But insane pace of updates and bug fixes from the development team there. So this next one, to kick it off, I know that this is one that me and you were so excited for the second they announced it. And I'm so excited to see an actual release date for it. But the Smurfs Flower Defense, not Tower Defense, Flower Defense, they now have an actual release date coming on June 19th for $19.99 on the MetaQuest store. And this one, dude, it's a tower defense game in the Smurfs universe. So in this, you see Gargamel capturing 20 Smurfs, and you're tasked with rescuing them all. I wonder if that means there'll be... My brain goes 20 levels, each one's rescuing a different Smurf, but I'm making that up just off the description. And it also does list Quest 2 as a supported headset, which previously they did state it was exclusive to the Quest 3. So it looks like they've done some work to get it, on the Quest 2 as well. But I'm excited for this one. Next month, June 19th, exactly 1 month away for $19.99. Let's go.
Okay.
The Smurfs, man.
Well, I mean, like you said, when we saw the trailer, the graphics look really nice on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got me. Dude, if it starts with tower defense, I almost
Flower Defense. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Tower
Well,
Defense.
yeah,
I like that. Well, and you can pre-order it for 10% off.
it's not bad. I mean, the price is about what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So $19.99 is
No.
not a big stretch.
There's some boss fights in it as well, too. And then a hard mode after, too. If you beat the game and you're like, let's go, I want more.
No,
Cool stuff.
that's wicked cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's mixed reality with it, too.
Little Smurfs in your house.
Dude, let's go.
It would be really cool for mixed reality.
What's up?
Dude, this is actually like, sometimes, man, I'll just boom. The cash in idea. Ready? Smurf mixed reality city builder in your house.
That would be dope.
Dude.
A whole Smurf village you build?
Yeah, man. With the rolling blue fields and or green fields, whatever. Bring like that Sims type action where you can have relationships and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to introduce more females other than Smurfette, though.
Otherwise, it's going to get real creepy real
Smurfette's
fast.
a whole conversation on its own. We used to have that conversation. Youngin. Like, how the fuck? Because they do have baby Smurfs. Where do they come from, though? Stork Smurf. But I digress. So you bring Wicked Cool, I'll bring Wicked Cool. As if Ray-Ban glasses just aren't cool enough. And I actually super duper love the translation feature that is now officially in the wild, and tested it on 2 different people, and it's phenomenal. So I just hope that more languages will come soon. But for USA and Canadian people, Meta's now letting, it's kind of weird because you're asking a blind person to wear glasses that theoretically they don't see out of, but it'll give a more detailed version of what you're looking at if you ask it to. So in the app, there's a setting you can enable that will trigger the AI to. Now, with that comes the disclaimer that is part of the using of it. Meta does say that it might be wrong sometimes. So don't take it for gospel that what it says you're looking at is truly what you might be looking at. But hey, it's one more cool feature.
So it to be clear, it describes
what you, yeah. So if you're looking at, like a scenic look or something, you can ask what you're looking at and it'll describe it to you and tell you in a more detailed way than it would normally. They're going to obviously push this technology much further, but at least it's in the wild.
That's cool.
It'll be introduced to other countries down the road.
Come in like a dark sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it, to be honest with you. But there are a lot of like, so, and when they say blind, there's a spectrum to that.
Correct. You
know,
can still potentially see. It's
yeah,
just
and
that
you're legally blind.
correct. Things are very blurry.
But like never born with sight or something. I don't know. A lot of people who grew up like that are very independent and don't need glasses to tell them, and they might not want it. Just because but other people might. I mean, I don't know.
It's interesting that they're starting to go the accessibility route, though.
I think
Kind
it's
of an
really
untouched
cool.
untouched aspect of those so far is accessibility.
There's 100%. I mean, there's a sporting event that would be a great example if it would like live tell you more than just what you're looking at. And for futures, I could see such, because they'll have people at sporting events who will have like the field, and the person who helps the blind person will move the players on the field, and they just put their hands on it. So they're in attendance in the stadium, but they have their hand on a board that'll tell them where the players are and what's happening.
Well, it's the start, even if you can't do it real time.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Real time visual they can do
soon.
for sure.
Oh, that's cool. Good stuff to meta.
It's coming this month, man.
The Ray-Ban features are just expanding and expanding nonstop.
Yeah. I hate that it's prone to mistakes though.
For now.
Especially, but whatever. If it lies in your favor, really pretties it up. Not like, you're looking at a shithole.
Looking at the nicest city in the United States.
You should not be here.
So this is a title I know both of us have a good feels about. We've had a great time in it. We got to try it at Gamescom as well too. As well, it's appeared in our Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase, technically twice, 2 years in a row. Bootstrap Island, PC VR early access title. Extremely fun, made by Maru VR Productions. They've outlined now a new roadmap. So it's great to see in that the game's going to get continued support.
Yeah,
there's much more to come with it.
With that fucking weather and the lightning and shit. What, half a year ago?
Yeah, dude, they're not messing around.
Visually, it's an amazing game,
and
a little on the hard side.
They have even a major new update coming this summer that they're calling Riverlands as well too. And then a fifth update, Visions, is going to come that'll include psychological effects that, things can trigger hallucinations and flashback visions. So, yeah.
Dude.
And they have it outlined to their... Oh my God, so beautiful.
It is so nice.
And they have the roadmap outlined up until what they were going to have as their full release, which they want in Q1 2026. So, good stuff. I mean, Bootstrap Island's a good time. And
it's
to
hard.
hear how much more is coming, too.
I really missed
the Gamescom demo.
Oh my God, dude. Let me have that version, please. I took for granted just how generous they really were in that one. Because holy crap, dude. When nighttime comes, you better have that fire.
Dude, the full update's going to bring like inhabitants to the island as well.
Inhabitants as in vicious AI-driven NPCs?
Like tribal inhabitants, such as a shaman. And they're going to bring social dynamics and a broader narrative to your quest. And this is from Upload VR, forcing you to rely on body language in place of a shared common language to communicate and avoid hostile contact. So maybe you'll have to go in and like wave or something like that. I don't know. Dude,
I don't know.
Hell yeah. Bootstrap Island, it was great a year ago. And it's got a whole nother year of work coming to it.
It's not great. It's phenomenal.
It
really is.
If you have PC VR, it's like
if you like this style of game, it's like
survive on an island,
dude.
Everything gonna fucking kill you game.
PC VR, baby. That thing is like visually just amazing.
A beast. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Come in May 22nd for $12.99 on the MetaQuest platform. Comes a new chess game called Merlin's Chess. It's going to give you a little bit of everything from freaking voice control, hand tracking, mixed reality, play against other people, play in ranked matches, play against the AI. Speaking of AI, multiple difficulty settings. what is it not bringing to the table? You're going to have, from the trailer, you're going to get some animated chess pieces that are going to do battle when they need to, which is always nice. So I'm down. I like the other chess game, and it's really the only good one that currently exists. So it'll be nice for this one to have some time in the field, I'll say.
I'll never forget us playing chess club back in the day. And, we were playing a bunch of Population 1 at the time. So Tracy's used to hearing us be all, yep, yap, yap, yap. We go to play chess and it's just silence for like 15 minutes. She's like, everything okay? You're like, yeah, dude, we're playing chess. Chess doesn't mess around, man. I like chess.
Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. This one's going to have chess.com integration with it as well, too, allowing you to link your account with chess.com. That way you'll get some credit there, it seems, too. That's pretty cool. So good stuff from Merlin Chess. And then this next one, Tunnels, which we saw at PAX East, and they were also on the Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase. They are now having their full release on the Quest. It was out as a demo before, and then they came out and, reworked it into a full release, and it's out now, including a full single-player campaign for $14.99. So, if you're claustrophobic and you arachnophobic, you hate spiders and you hate tunnels, it's going to be a tough one for you. There's both of those in those games. It's not only a game where you crawl in a tight space with, through a tunnel. It is also a game with jump scares where giant spiders pop at you and stuff like that. So good luck, my horror fans, or my non-horror fans. This one's going to be tough. But if you like that kind of stuff, this one's going to be intense, man. So out now for $14.99 on the MetaQuest.
Sweet. Real short and sweet. Just a quick little update, only because we've been covering it and we're getting all excited. But Besiege VR has been delayed. It was supposed to come out this month. It will now come out sometime in the summer. So, that could be as soon as July to September. So it's still, I like to think it's for good reason. So if it's not functioning or something, better they do this than take a pounding because there are peeps like me who already own it on flat screen and will own it day one on VR. So
you've had me hyped for it too.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Dude.
So now we'll just wait a couple months longer.
You were actually, I was like off air a little bit like, man, that sucks that they're delaying it. And you're like, no, I'd rather them take their time.
Yeah, not
avoid having a janky release. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be like power hungry on the Quest because there's so much physics in it, right? Like so much shit exploding and colliding. So let's see. I'm excited for it. Besiege VR though. Summer 2025. So we've hit that point in the show for our Patreon shout out, our on air shout out for our Patreon peeps. So as always, huge thank you to the supporters of the show. We have Asim, Amelia, Carson, Aspire Mike, Jake, Crispy, Shoes, and Tom. Thank you all for your continued support month after month. Also, thank you to everyone who tunes into the show. Makes it so we're talking to a full room, not an empty little audience or anything like that. It's always cool. Love in the Discord when, Inferno, like 3 hours after an episode drops, like, oh, dude, great episode, guys. Or, there's already episode discussion on the episode the morning of it coming out. That's the coolest stuff. So thank you to everyone that tunes in week after week. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. You can join that esteemed list of Patreon supporters as well by visiting the link in our show notes, the episode description, where you can also find the link for our always famous Discord server. In our Discord server, we have no shortage of great VR discussion, food discussion, game meetups, a lot of game meetups. That's if you're a fan of VR, come on, man. As well, we do great giveaways. I don't always push that too much on the podcast. Our mod Shoes does a great job managing it. The only reason I kind of feel like that's a treat for the people already in there, but yeah, we usually give away keys every week in our Discord as well too. So you can check out our Patreon, check out our Discord.
Freaking Ninja donated what, 30 something?
Yeah, Ninja guy donated like enough to carry us till 2026, my man.
The guy that called Ninja.
Yeah, he Ninja grabbed a bunch of keys and dropped them off for us. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, our Discord's cool when people with their own will say our Discord is good. So I take those compliments to heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely the mod team in the community, dude. 100% ain't me. I just do a lot of reading. Occasional good morning.
No, the mod team there is awesome. The people in there are awesome. It's a great community. So go check that out. Go check out our Patreon if you want to help us keep our lights on even more. And other than that, we got a whole bunch more news coming your way. So this next one, I'm dying to try. I'm not usually a demo guy. I know your opinion on demos as well too. It's called Of Lies and Rain. It's out now with a free demo on Quest and Steam. It's made by Castello Inc. They're the developers of Arcanade, already existing VR game. And this one's a first-person shooter, story-driven. But what everyone's going crazy about with this demo is the graphics of it. And I got to check it out myself. Like I said, I was sick this last week, so I didn't hop in. Yeah, but it's a free demo, so be very easy to go check out. And dude, we've seen the free demo path work good for games like Maestro. They dropped a free demo, and it really, when Maestro's full release came out, it was like, that's a day oneer for me. This one's going to be like an hour of gameplay, I believe, as well too. There is some, it's a free demo of a game to come out later. There's some comfort issues some people have reported, like if you're sensitive with your tummy with VR and you get easily VR sick, this one might hit you good, so to say. But other than that, I'm excited to check this one out. It's gotten really good reviews, really good reception, and we'll talk about it more next week after I try it out.
After you get your paws on it.
Man, my filthy hands.
So out what'll be now just a couple of days ago. So it actually came out on the 15th, but Pinball FX VR dropped a big amount of table DLCs. It's actually like 8.
That's a big amount, though.
Yeah, man.
That's a huge amount.
There's
if I'm going to be
already
honest with you.
A base amount, you get a good amount. But real quick, Medieval Madness, The Getaway, High Speed 2, Junkyard. These are all trademarked, by the way. Attack from Mars, Black Rose, The Party Zone, Theater of Magic, Safecracker, and The Champion Pup. And then rumor has it they're going after Tomb Raider next month. So allegedly we'll be able to get the Tomb Raider DLC.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah, man.
Not bad.
They're going after,
they got a lot of IP stuff going
pinball
on.
games always had, though, like, James Bond, Jaws,
You need IPs for pinball.
Every one of them was its own. You had Star Trek. That was a mad popular one. Star Wars was popular.
There's the whole Star Wars pinball game in VR.
So it's like, it's cool that still holds true with
VR ones.
It's like, why not? You have every single old school pinball game you could make to the new school, to the ones that aren't physically possible. I don't know.
They're doing good with the licensing, though.
They're crushing it, man.
They dropped 8 or 9. Like, dude.
Yeah. And you can get all 3 volumes cost $9.99 each.
Okay.
So
nice.
if they're whapping you $9 a volume, that's not bad.
Yeah. Nobody's going to beat Walkabout Mini Golf. Walkabout's a field of their own with their IP costs.
Good luck.
Every other IP collaboration costs
here's
so
the thing.
much more.
I don't think you could come out of the gate right now and do what they did with DLCs.
Who, Walkabout?
I don't think anybody.
For that price and stuff? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I think if Walkabout came out tomorrow with Walkabout Mini Golf, I don't know if they'd be able to do that same price model.
Mm-hmm.
I think them doing it from early on and getting a massive collection of users who were paying that, their user base is just fucking ginormous.
I feel like
instead of coming out of the gate and having to charge more because you don't have that strong user base.
I feel like too that they're selective on IPs. Like I feel like the reason that we don't see a SpongeBob SquarePants Walkabout mini golf course, yeah, I mean, hey, for all I know, that's in the works, but I assume not because you probably couldn't sell it for their $3.99. And I feel like if you're an IP and you can't budge that price point, I feel like Walkabout just moves on to the next.
Although again, this is where if they know that, like, and we don't know the numbers, but let's say 10 million people play every DLC. It doesn't take a genius to figure out
that's insane money.
What they're
making. I doubt it's 10 million, but I get what you're saying.
But you know what I'm saying? It's if you have such a strong user base, you don't have to charge as much.
How many people you think buy every DLC? 100,000?
I don't know how many people play Walkabout.
I know.
And at any given moment in time.
I know. It's on Steam. It's on iOS.
It's on too much shit to know.
It's on PSVR 2.
But even 100,000. 100,000?
That's what I'm thinking. 100,000
at any given time, or just
I'm thinking that's probably what
time.
I think that's what their DLCs sell. That would be my guess.
I'm guessing more than that.
You think more than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think every DLC. I don't think there's full blown collectors, but which we know there are. But I don't think everyone.
I'm lowballing it too. I'd be love to know that they sell 1 million copies on every DLC.
I wouldn't. Again, not knowing what they. But I'd go high. I'd go
$4
into
million pop on each one.
So their model works for them because they have that stupid strong user base. You can't, dude. I mean, the first time I ever turned on a headset, it was Walkabout Mini Golfs in my face. It's like you ask people, like Google what top 10 games to play in VR. Fucking Walkabout Mini Golf going to be in the top 3 all the time.
They have so much sales data that they can go to IPs with, I'm sure, at this point and be like, look, we're guaranteed we're going to sell this many DLCs.
Dude, they probably could be buying like a house for cash to be like, pay more. Why, do you not know who we are? We're the Walkabout Mafia.
I feel like they got to be doing good as a studio
financially. Grammar, please.
They're not like a 200-person studio like we've seen with other studios.
They have a business model that works.
They're good. They're good at business.
And you start dissecting the backgrounds of their players. It's like, come on. Dude. Those are the ones we've only seen and talked to. We don't know the shadow ones. Working like the Black Ops budgets. The Walkabout Black Ops budgets. No, the talent pool is ridiculous.
They self-publish. They have no publisher.
But knowing what we know about some of the players, I'd be more focused to look at like Jim Henson IPs. That's not out of the scope of possibility, just based on relationships. There's Hollywood connections that exist. I mean, come on, dude. Walkabout dominates.
Yeah. Cannot wait to know what they have in the works next.
We were playing it last night.
How we ended up on Walkabout because Pinball FX.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Talking to pricing models. But now here's the thing, though. So if $9.99 gets you a handful of pinball tables, then you should be there. I thought you could buy them individually.
You probably can as well, too.
Oh, I can't remember. That sucks. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you can, though.
Huge props to them, though, for I feel like licensing in VR is getting so much more strong with like the rhythm games. We're seeing like Drums Rock and Synth Riders. They're crushing it. Beat Saber, obviously. Walkabout crushes it with licensing, and now we got Pinball FX here. It's like the licensing game, and Pinball FX has really just leveled up. I feel like you can buy the table separately. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It would be crazy to not.
I effed up on my end.
So, if you don't mind if I take the next one while you look at that.
No. Please do. I thought you were going
to. This next one, Cosmic XR, made by, it's probably pronounced Birdie Studios, but it's BRDY. It's a mixed reality experience on the Quest that turns your living room space into an interactive map of the universe. So it allows you to touch, rotate, and scale the different planets, moons, and galaxies using your hand tracking. So it's not a game or anything like that. It's just
mixed reality?
Yeah. Just see the universe in your room, in your living room. That's pretty cool, dude. I'll mess with that. So you can check that out. Like I said, it's out on the MetaQuest. Cosmic XR for $9.99.
Okay. Well, the packs to me only show up as groups for $9.99.
Oh, maybe they only do sell it in packs then. Wow, that'd be crazy.
They're groups. I would have thought, maybe they don't because I don't know. They would think you get more by selling individually.
That's why my brain was like, it'd be crazy to not.
But anywho, such is life. So you can manipulate the universe, or is it just spinning? Do you know?
Oh, you manipulate it with your hands. You can zoom into everything.
Can you do like crash simulation?
No, but it gives you a little breakdown of everything you're looking at. So it's just an educational app.
I own that one on Steam. It's freaking awesome.
What, you get to do crash simulation?
Yeah, dude. You have the whole universe. You can add planets. You can add novas. You can add stars.
What, do you like run a rocket into it?
No. Mm-hmm. Take a fucking planet, throw it into Earth.
Okay.
See what happens.
Hey, Thief Sim devs, take note of this for after Besiege. That's the next one to bring to VR.
What?
Whatever you're talking about.
Oh, no, it's literally just a sim thing. I don't know how many people would enjoy it. I bet you it crushes it in Steam rating, though.
It's fun.
Yeah, in kind of a scary kind of way. Because, like,
I feel like that would work in VR. You grab the planets, you throw it.
Default, it's got, like, our solar system, right? It's got all our planets rotating around. And you see, like, so you make just a minor change to one of the planets in our solar system, and you see the trickle effect it has. It's not going to be instant. You could take a planet and just go, slowly throw it into Earth. But what I like doing is just knocking things out of trajectory a little to see how they affect every other planet.
Watch it slowly crash into something.
Yeah. Oh, it will. And it's frightening that, like, you just take for granted because we don't see it every day. I'm sure if they had like universe cam, you could look on TV and be like, holy crap, we're lucky we were alive. But it's incredible the balance that's taking place for this to work when you can just pull up a simulator and be like, oh, look at that, offset, and be like, holy shit, the whole universe is fucked. I just killed like everything. So it's really educational. And the fact that you can add stuff to the system and the gravity. I've done that. Add multiple planets to the same.
Now you just got me jealous for that one.
I'll pull it up on your next read.
All right.
Because I'm going to guess it does really good in the Steam ratings. But anywho's, I'm interested in this one though. Just for an educational.
Yeah, I mean, $9.99 is a bit of a heavy price for it, for what it is. I think maybe $4.99 would be better since it's not like a game. It's just educational.
It doesn't say anything about like runtime or none of that.
No, you just explore the universe with your hands and just, learn things.
Can you grip and grab like a planet? Hold it.
That's my understanding.
Then it'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
So it's more like that.
Yeah, it's more.
Think it'll be narrative or to pop up?
It's text that pops up.
Okay. So it literally is an educational.
Yes, 100% educational.
Okay. I dig it though.
Yeah, the mixed reality aspect in your room, having the whole universe in your room is a cool concept. Maybe a little cheaper price point, but, is what it is.
Okay. Very proud of this next one.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, 7 years. That's incredible. This has been out. Beat Saber celebrating its 7th anniversary. And that in itself, the fact that they're going to hook you up with a couple of new songs for free in celebration, 7 years, and they're still on the top charts.
Oftentimes number one.
Have they ever not been in the top charts?
Dude, on every platform that they're on.
But this one brought a smile to my face. They're bringing back Temanite. Doesn't do it for me, right? But the next one I know does. Boom Kitty, dude. That we had our most fun doing
one of the Boom Kitty songs.
One of the Boom Kitty songs. So for that, I'm excited. Everyone who currently owns it, you're going to get that. So
that's huge for them. 7 years and still at the top. Like you said, still at the top of the ratings.
That in itself, they don't have to give shit.
Yeah.
They need to give themselves a fat vacation because they just, they're the original of, to me, VR rhythm game.
Yeah. No, good shit. I agree. They're freaking awesome.
No, I'm happy for them. It just, what's more boggling is we know they'll be celebrating 8 years with no problem.
Still number one on the ratings by then.
Dude, they haven't had to do it. And I'll argue, don't know how they do it, don't know what they do. But they have some of the best remixing of
sound quality
of people's work. Like, you'd be so lucky to get your shit picked up by Beat Saber, because now you're going to hear it how it should sound. You know, like, come on.
So that's cool shit. So this next one was actually previously announced last month, and it's now out. It's called Wonder. It's the latest project from Vancouver studio Metanaut. They describe it as a new exploration app that, quote unquote, brings magic and tranquility into your everyday spaces, while offering users an escape from their busy lives. It's going to be these VR experiences that last about 20 minutes. I can't really tell if it's like a game or like an interactive film experience, so I definitely have to check it out. But it's going to come with 3 20-ish minutes each experiences at launch, with more to come down the line. Right now at launch, the game's $3.99, so incredibly fairly priced. But they did say that when they add more experiences to it, the price of the game will increase, which makes sense. There's more content in it. But yeah, this is one I'm definitely going to have to try myself. I can't tell, like I said, if it's a game or an interactive experience. I get the vibe it's more like a interactive meditation-y type exploration experience. But for $3.99, you know, I'll try it.
I mean, $3.99, I'll try anything.
Hey, now.
To steal. Well, within reason. So before I get to this next one, Universe Sandbox.
Sold.
I'm
a simple man.
Came out August 24th, 2015. Currently $20. And it is exactly what I said. Great
Universe Sandbox. Just the name alone sold.
Dude, look at the fucking graphics on that thing. I'm sure someone owns it. They're like, oh yeah, man, that thing's freaking great. It's fun. It's almost therapeutic, but scary.
What's the ratings on it?
Overwhelmingly positive.
Yep.
96%.
Hell yeah.
Right? Since 2015. But anyways, that's a little dig into some of my flat screen library. Should you own Digigods? Which I played. Full disclosure, not my cup of tea. All right. But it seems to be doing really well. People seem to be enjoying it. But they just came out with the Carnival update. So you're going to get some new avatar, is my understanding, as well as there's some dragons, or festive dragons, which you'll be able to ride. I haven't spent much time into it. You just like literally shoot yourself. To me, it looks like you just shoot yourself across the map. You can shoot each other with guns, weapons. There's a bunch of different worlds you can go to. Just really wasn't my I just didn't have fun, dude. There was a lot of youngins I don't know.
We've had that problem with a couple free to play games.
Yeah. But I'm on the sideline. I've seen them continue to do things with the game since it's come out. So it's like,
and decorated dragons.
They're doing good.
Dragons are cool. You know, riding dragons. Who
doesn't like dragons? Dude?
Yeah.
There's a dragon movie coming out soon too. So
hell yeah.
How to Raise My Dragon or whatever. I don't know. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, cool stuff for them.
I just can't, I can't be like
it's not
happy for me.
Yeah, it's not not your go-to game.
But I did go into it. I mean, I'll go into it again. I mean, I'll have to. I wasn't prepared.
No, dude, there's just some games that are not made for me and you.
Like the first time we went in the rec room.
Yeah.
It was like maybe 45 seconds, maybe.
Or how about this game that was on our Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase, had one of your favorite trailers of it as well, grew on us every time we watched it. Chicken Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at their store page yesterday, 4.9 overall with like 2,000 plus ratings.
They're doing good, dude.
Dude, like it's just, but it's not like a game for me and you.
No,
you know?
No. Oh, no.
Doesn't mean it's not a great game. Doesn't mean it's not.
I say it's not for me. It's just, it's not for me. And dude, people love this freaking game. The devs are actively making it better and better. So I'm happy for them.
I know I'm a boomer with games when like there's gorilla tag-esque movement and I'm like, can you give me old timer movement option?
old man movement.
Old timer, man. I want to use
My shoulders can't keep up with this.
I just want to use analog sticks, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about the whole digging in the ground and pulling myself.
Underdogs.
They're the one exception,
right?
They're just because there's violence with it.
You know why?
There's raw.
Because you're kind of
violence.
You're kind of gliding too,
and you use yourself to throw your fist into somebody's face.
It's like assist, we'll say, and then you can get some enhancements that'll make it even easier. And I'll do a lot of the one-handed balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking pow. Take that, man, underdog boxing. Go away, man.
I want to play some underdogs.
Yeah, underdogs is the best.
Underdogs so good.
Has it ever not been?
Dude, and they're
some games aren't always the best when they come out, but they get better and better, and it's awesome. But they came out of the gate and they crushed it, and they're still crushing it.
They came out with a video a couple weeks ago, basically saying like, you know, we're making multiplayer a thing. You know, what are your suggestions and your feedback for it? Like, what would you want to see in multiplayer? They're like, we might not have the money to do it, we might not be able to pull it off, but we're gonna fucking try our best. You know, boxing? if you want to support us,
tell me it's boxing.
What are we talking about?
Underdogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hoping you're saying boxing.
No, the multiplayer mode.
Yeah, I'm saying just for boxing.
Just you want them to do a boxing game?
Yeah.
Call it Underdogs Boxing.
A little side mini game. Whip it out in like a month.
That is a Underdogs
no gloves either
joke as well.
I know.
Too.
I'm just being hurt. I'm hurting on him because, dude, I don't know. I'm actually getting a little.
All right. So Meta's CTO Andrew Bosworth.
So what was the feedback for the? Like, what do people want for multiplayer?
Oh, I don't know. You need to go read the comments. I didn't read them.
Ah, man. I thought there was a solution.
No, I saw the post when it first went up, and they were like, what would you want to see?
Because I know you have your own theory. Of
I want co-op.
Yeah, you want co-op.
Other people want PvP.
I'll tell you where PvP would work. If there was like a legit ranking system. Because I won't lie. If you were ranked number 1
in Underdogs,
yeah, would you feel like
the Underdogs champ?
Yeah, with your mech,
you're not even the underdog anymore. You're the dog.
You're the dog. You're top dog.
You're top dog.
Top dog.
Yeah,
you're not everyone's your underdog. Look at my underbelly.
No, so again, selfishly, I want co-op,
PvP,
but I think PvP is probably the most likely with it.
I'm still waiting to figure out about that. Fucking be flown out and control your own mech.
Mm-hmm. I forget the name of it.
It might be 6 inches tall, but
Robot Combat or something like that. I'll find the name of it.
One has me a little like.
So this next one, Meta CTO Andrew Bosworth,
a wealth of information.
He often does AMAs on his Instagram, and this past week or two, I've seen it endlessly on Twitter. A whole bunch of well-established meta developers, including like Ryan Angle, like people that usually don't complain about meta software stuff, are all complaining about some software glitches that came with the last Meta OS update, including the introduction of something called battery saver mode, that when your battery would turn to low battery with this mode on, it caps your frame rate at 45 frames per second, which like VR,
that's good incentive to get off.
Anything under 90 frames per second is really going to start to nauseate people. 72, it'll be playable, but it'll be you'll see a lot of people start to get nauseous. In fact, there's studies that came out that showed like 120 frames per second in VR mitigates most user nausea reports. So like crippling an app in your headset to 45 frames per second is just asking for people to puke. It's just terrible. And then people would blame the game. You know what I mean? Like you're in there, you don't know why. You don't think it's the headset's fault. All of a sudden your headset's low battery and then it's 45 frames per second. Everything's all jittery and stuttery. So a bunch of developers were pretty upset about it and publicly complaining. And then in the AMA, Bosworth did acknowledge it in response to a question. He basically said that like, yeah, we appreciate the feedback as always. We take it seriously. It's our responsibility. These are our mistakes and we're going to fix them. But he did push back on the notion that the mistakes come because of their rate of updates, basically saying that they just need to have a stronger set of processes for quality control before things go out, which means the rate of updates is too fast for your quality control. Like, he's saying like, no, that's not the issue, but the issue is.
I think some of it too is for a lot of users, it becomes stacked updates where they've missed a few because they're not active every day on a headset.
And all of a sudden it goes from version 62 to fucking 74.
Yeah. Your shit gets bricked. You just got the only fix is to start from scratch. It's a very frustrating situation. But I never felt they put out too many updates. I look forward to the updates, to be honest with you. But I always
just can't break shit.
I always thought their rollout method, which maybe they've become a little more lax on, I thought that worked great when they do it in little sections, and then they could
kill it if something happened.
Yeah, man, it's like everyone's not infected, but I feel like with the Christmas shit that went down, I don't know. I just didn't get that vibe that the updates are being rolled out as tight. I'll say they're being more generous.
I mean, it was good to see them acknowledge that the battery saver issue was a mistake. That's not a feature that should have been.
Well, who are they going to blame?
Existed.
Hey, it's not. That's your fucking game.
I even saw, it's very rare.
These developers can prove it.
I saw David Heine from Upload VR. He goes, I never say this stuff. He goes, whoever idea it was to put that feature in should be fired. He's like, they should be gone. He's like, that's somebody who
it
does not understand VR at all.
Doesn't make sense. A simple pop-up message is all I need.
A low battery mode that's going to knock your app to 45 frames per second is somebody that's never been in VR. That's crazy.
Or someone that's just got an iron stomach, dude.
Like, yeah, people can handle 45 frames per second. So yeah, always cool to see, Bosworth as communicative and open about those stuff. Hopefully Meta doesn't push out any crazy features like that going forward. I'm kind of more on your side. Like, I like their rate of progress. Like, I like all the cool shit that pops in the experimental mode. But, we should really avoid having features that are just counter to...
I mean, someone greenlit it.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Multiple people probably did. That passed through so many people with everyone being like, yeah, that shit's check.
Do you think it originated with... it sounds like a great idea?
Let's save some battery. But, like, what's the situation that you would be in your headset where that would be good? Watching movies? No.
No, I always get a notification.
Yeah, why would you need a low battery mode that cripples the power of your headset?
Call it puke mode.
Dude, you're in a game and then it just fucking...
It's a former Apple employee.
You know how it is? Like, there's been times I've been playing Civ in VR and it's like, I'm just going to let it die. Like, I'm just going to play it until it dies.
I get it. And if I get the 5% warning, 3%,
and I'm just going to ride this
I ain't
out.
Shutting this off.
Yeah, you've done it?
Yeah, it's like running out of gas.
Takes away
How far can I go when that thing's on E?
Yeah, I've done it.
I'm curious.
Which that's not an option with that mode on.
Well, you'll know when all of a sudden your shit's all janking up. Like, what the hell's going on? It's like I already knew my battery was running out.
That's funny.
That's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
The more I think about it, the more that becomes more of an aggravating. Like,
that's why developers who you don't usually hear like
how many people did that pass through?
Developers that are usually more supportive of Meta on X, like defend them against Meta haters, came out and we were like, "What in the world, man?"
Did they ask any developer?
No, they're probably like, "Is this a good idea?"
Which I would think they would.
Which how it goes.
Honest to God, dude, man.
If it happens to a user, who are they going to blame? The headset or the app?
It's only two people to blame.
They're going to blame the app.
If you're playing a game and it happens,
they're going to blame the app.
It's your fault.
Yeah. And that's messed up.
Don't be playing Ghost of Tabor and have that shit happen. People get angry enough over nothing, let alone like that kind of frame rate drop.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Interesting. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'd love to look at the paper trail of that one. Where was that just some like, I'm going to make a difference today. I'm going to put this in, Better to say sorry than may I. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, you can apply at Google. They might be looking. Yeah, no, that sucks. I do feel bad because for a fact somewhere out there is a rating for one of these games, and it's gonna look pretty poor. I don't know. The game was all right, but I had frame rate drops like you wouldn't believe. Nowhere they're gonna be like it's because of my battery. Alrighty. So in the world of actually giving away DLCs, as we discussed, holding true to its $1.99 per, or get the whole bundle for $7.99. This is a good one. Synth Riders has added 5 new songs for you. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away, good song. Blur, song 2. Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, going way old school. Radiohead, Creep, and the Presidents of the United States of America with Lump. So Synth Riders is like, I always felt like Beat Saber's step brother or sister that just,
it's like the second most popular.
Is like, I don't know. To me, it's like super popular, but doesn't get as much of the overall fan love that Beat Saber gets. But they crush it for what they do. They drop amazing DLCs. The gameplay's great. We still have Synth Rider nights in our Discord, I believe. I think Samson's like a terror in the game. He's like absolutely amazing at it. So no, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And the prices are great, dude. I mean, right off the bat, just 3 I'd pick up. Boom, boom, boom.
Synth Riders, they'd
be cheaper to get the pack, all of them.
They've crushed it with their licensing and their DLC.
And their modding.
Mm-hmm.
People mod the
that's
shit
what
out
carries
of
their community for sure.
Didn't Tom just drop a?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I think it was off. I won't quote him, but he dropped it in Discord. Another reason to be in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
You can confirm that shit.
Cool shit. Good stuff from Synth Riders. So that concludes it for news as well too. As we've been doing for each of our weekly news episodes, we can go over the upcoming games. Honestly, we'll just do through the rest of May because there's a pretty freaking heavy list here. I don't think we need to go into June. I can take the first part if you want and then carry the last. So, kicks off with Sport Vita Cyber Dash coming May 20th on PC VR and Quest. We have Into the Radius 2 coming in early access to the Quest 3 on May 21st. So excited for that. We have Merlin's Chess, which we referenced earlier as well too, which I am pretty excited for off of the description with, multiple PSATs, the chess.com integration. I just, like you said, another game to play chess with each other, long overdue with. So Chess Club coming May 22nd. We also have Out of Sight VR coming May 22nd on PC VR. We have Quantum Threshold coming May 22nd on MetaQuest. We have Zombie Army VR also coming May 22nd on PC VR, PSVR 2, and MetaQuest. We have Neolithic Dawn coming May 23rd to the MetaQuest. Pets and Stuff coming May 23rd to PC VR. Alliance Peace Fighter, that sounds interesting, coming May 26th to PC VR. Echoes of the Sun coming May 26th to PC VR. Hard Bullet coming May 27th to Quest 3. And Bow Course coming May 28th to MetaQuest.
F1 25, May 30th, PC VR. Pools, May 30th, PC VR. Battle Orb, May 2025 on Quest. Epica, May 2025, PSVR 2. Was waiting for one of those to slide in there. Honeypot, May 2025 on Quest. Slap Fighter VR. I'm going to own it. May 2025 Quest. We're running out of time, folks. May's coming to an end in a couple weeks. Vivarium, May 2025 on Quest. V-Rider SBK. Continuing to make moves. May 2025 PC VR and PSVR 2. I think that's going to be a really good game on PSVR 2. Warriors, May 2025 on PC VR. Another game I kind of want. There's so many games I want this month.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I'm not upset with Besiege, like taking a shelf for a month or two.
And maybe that's why they did it. They're like, June's a quieter month. So thank you all for tuning in. This was a fun one. Good to be, like I said, back in studio. Ready for another great week ahead of us as well, too. We got some good interviews coming up, so excited for that. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, join our Patreon, our Discord, and we will check you out next week. Ciao, ciao.